Hi everyone, my name is Laura and welcome to Book Bubbler. Apologies for the whitewash face and weird lighting. It is like blinding white snow outside. We have probably a couple of feet of it now, so I have to have the blinds closed so I can get some like non-glare. Otherwise I just look like it blows out the screen. Like I know what I'm talking about. I don't. But I have to also shut the curtain in front of me too. Otherwise it's the same thing. It's just so bright. Very thankful to have the sun, but I also feel like I look like I belong in the Addams family. Okay. Hello. You guys, I really miss you. I really do. It's been a hell of a month. It's been a hell of a month. It just has. So last weekend, I ended up having a house guest for 2 nights, and that threw me off because, you know, any change in your house throws you off. So that threw me off, and then I've been working on renewing my state massage license, which is due tomorrow. So I've been working on home class work for that, really buckling down. And now I just have one 20-hour class to finish between now, which is about noon on Thursday, and tomorrow before I leave for work at 3 in the afternoon on Friday. So wish me luck. I'm going to work now. As soon as I finish this, I'm leaving for the office. So I don't know how this is going to work, but it's going to have to. So I've been working on that a lot this week and just stressed about life and stuff in general. It's just a lot. So I apologize. I really miss you guys. I feel not like myself, but hopefully next week, once I don't have visitors anymore and once I don't have to do all this extra studying and I can get back to just my normal routine, I can get back to my normal routine here too, because I really do miss it and I miss you all. Thank you for your patience. And what I'm hoping are just kind words. Because confession, I haven't looked at anything yet. I'm not even really watching anything. So it's just not been a good week, but that's okay. Song of the week this week. This might seem strange, but it's Crossroads by Bone Thugs-n-Harmony. So this came out in 1996. I was a senior in high school, starting my freshman year in college. And I know I was in high school when this was out because this song used to be such an earworm for me. It would get really stuck in my head. And in my social studies class, it was between juniors and seniors. We just combined classes for a lot of things. So it was junior, senior, social studies class. And there was one guy in my classroom who knew that it irritated me. And then he would purposely sit behind me in class because we just kind of sat wherever in the desks, and he would go boom, 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 like just start the song to annoy the crap out of me. I don't think he was flirting. I just think he thought it was funny that I would get so annoyed. So, Bone Thugs-n-Harmony, y'all. I don't know if there are bad words in it or not because I can't understand half of what they say. I know pretty much a few lyrics here and there, and then the chorus. I don't know. That's why I'm not a rapper. I'm a very white lady. Okay, so let's talk about the one book that came in this week, and that is Mistress of Spices by Chitra Banerjee Divakaruni. This is correcting an error in my library in that I have already watched this movie several times years ago. I really, really enjoyed it. I have not seen it in probably a decade or more, but I really liked it. And I kept meaning to get this book and thought that I had this book already on my shelves. I did not. So I got this from Paperback Swap, so it didn't cost me anything to get this. So this one came in, which is not bad. I finished a whopping 1 book this week, and that is only because it's humorous essays, and I had started it a couple of weeks previously. So this is Meaty by Samantha Irby. This is her first collection of short stories, short essays, a republication. Her original cover, which was independently published, that has a photograph. The whole cover is a photograph of a rooster, and there's white writing on it. So that's a first edition, but this was republished. So I really enjoyed this. They did make me laugh quite a lot, and I could relate to a lot of things in here. However, I will say one big caveat. If you've never read Samantha Irby before, go online and try and go to her blog. You'll get an idea of her voice and what she's like. She doesn't hold any swears back. She doesn't hold any body talk back. Sexually, you know, speaking about digestive system because she has Crohn's. She does talk about her mom, taking care of her mom, and her mom's death when she was a teenager and how that affected her and what her life has been like. And that was really heart-wrenching. I mean, that nearly made me cry, that essay. But then she talks about her life and dating dudes and being poor and all that stuff. So try and find her online first before you go and get this. But if you don't mind extremely frank talk and swearing and everything else, I really enjoyed her. I really enjoy Samantha Irby. So far, I just have one book left of hers to read then, which is her newest published collection called Wow, No Thank You, which I like that title. That's got a rabbit on the front cover. But I really enjoyed this. This kept me sane. I could read it, maybe an essay a night sometimes, sometimes not. But I enjoyed this, 4 stars, and I look forward to reading more of her in the future. That's literally it, y'all. I do want to give a special shout out to one of my continuing education classes. Seems like such a weird thing. So this is by Andy Bernay Roman, and it's called The Mind-Body Connection. I take all of my classes online through the Institute for Integrative Healthcare Studies. And because I'm not someone who can learn on a computer or on a screen, I'm just not, I need paper, something in front of me. I had to print this out, and I got it bound at Office Depot because they had a 30% off sale if you did everything online. Like, meaning you could read this textbook online and take the test online and everything else online. Normally, I get the materials shipped and I take the test online, but for 30% off, I saved way more money that way, and then printing off a couple of classes and binding them at Office Depot than any other way it would have been. So anyways, okay, back to the point. To the point, no thinking. Cooking them seeds like a pound of bacon. Burning them. Yeah, quick and nimble. Okay. Also, sorry for vanilla ice. Welcome to my brain. Okay, at the back of this class, which was fascinating and I so loved, is this suggested reading and book reviews section. So you can see, just lists the book. They're not in any kind of order. Lists the title and the publication date, things like that, author, blah, blah, blah. And then he has different amounts of information for each book that comes along. Now, in this information, it's not a review of the book necessarily. It's not a summary and a professional anything at all. You can see that sometimes he just lists titles of books. But what I really appreciate about this specifically, and I wish was done in more classwork books and reference books in general, any kind of nonfiction, they had reviews like this at the end. If you know of a book, a nonfiction especially, that does this, please let me know. But he will sum up why he liked that book, what he got out of it, what kind of information is there. And he is not afraid to say pluses and minuses of anything. So, there's one I wanted to read to you, and of course I did not mark it because why would I do that? Why would I prepare in any kind of way for this thing that I'm putting out on the internet forever? But he talks about, and this is a lot of pages. Here, so this one, it's just short, but I appreciate this kind of a review. So this is for Touch Therapy by Helen Colton, Kensington Publishing Corporation, New York, 1985. Colton's book is neither scientific nor technique-oriented. It offers no theory or methods. It is more a sensitive social commentary on the need and lack of touch in our everyday lives. Originally published under the title The Gift of Touch in 1983, Colton's message is still relevant and inspiring. I appreciate that. That tells me what I need to know about this book. So I'm not going to spend time and, quite frankly, a lot of money tracking down probably a lot of out-of-print books that may have a high demand, so they're really expensive used, even in a poor condition, for something that might not be relevant to me. Now, this one I would look up because I do think there is a massive lack of touch in our society in modern day. And I know coronavirus withstanding, I just think that it's a massive lack of touch. And that can really affect a lot of people in a lot of ways. And the people that I have seen over my career as a massage therapist, and I don't mean seen as clients because they haven't come in to see me, but like spouses of my client or coworkers when I was going into offices and doing chair massages for several years. The attitude of some people who don't like to be touched and what they think happens, and their whole being is so aggressively negative and quite frankly sometimes just straight up nasty. And I think some of that is because there isn't a way, or there hasn't been a way, or they are uninterested in, or haven't been exposed to. I'm not sure. Take a pick. Something else entirely. Don't know. But they don't understand a caring touch that is non-sexual. It is just a caring touch. And what I aim for in my practice and what I aim for in my office space, and most specifically in my massage treatment room, is that this is a safe space for you. It's a third location. You know, you have your office, you have your home, and everyone has a third place. I hope this is a third place for people, or their fourth place. They can talk if they want to talk. If they want to be quiet and sleep, they are welcome to. If they want to cry and they have to feel like they need to get something off of their chest, or they're working something out, this is a safe spot for that. Touching people for a living, sometimes someone will come in that seems a certain way, their attitude seems a certain way, their energy is very different, what their body is saying to me is very different. And as I'm going through the massage, I will get to a spot that the client was not expecting something to be in, or something is incredibly tender or whatever, and they have a huge emotional release. It's most often crying, but sometimes they get very angry or something else happens. And it's amazing then the shift, once they have worked through and processed between talking about it, saying something, not saying something, me just working on it intuitively. They're different people when they leave. And there's so much to the mind-body connection, bringing it around again to this class, that I so thoroughly enjoyed. And I think it's so misunderstood and something that is not discussed or even thought about by most people. So I've been thinking a lot about what I want to do professionally. Sorry for the blab now. I thought this would be like a 3-second Friday Reads. Who am I kidding? But a lot of the books that I have here and that I have collected over the years, and a lot of the continuing education classes I've taken, deal with psychological things, deal with mind-body connection, deal with a lot of energy, people's individual energy, and what things can mean, and how to not only help yourself process through things as a person, not as a therapist. I mean, massage therapist, not like talk therapy therapist, but how to process things for yourself, and how working on yourself can shift everything else in your life, and how profound that can be for other people. Not only can you sort of show by example without saying what you're doing, of course, if it's not invasive or anything else, but if you can just gently move someone's leg and maintain a pressure for a certain amount of time, they can have a release that might lead to an emotional release or something else unblocking mentally. Or it's just absolutely fascinating to me. So many books I have are about energy in the body, and how powerful touch is. And I'm just starting to put things together now and reading this class and this book specifically. I'm calling it a book. It's like 80 pages. Novella, whatever you want to call it, with this really awesome list of books in the back. Like, I want to focus on this, and I want to start doing this more with my practice. Step away from the technical, like neuromuscular therapy or things like that, and not try and make myself do those things because I feel like I should, but instead lean into what my natural inclination is, which is more gentle work that's still extremely powerful, and that can hopefully trigger some positive changes mentally for people too, and not just physically. That's my intention going forward regarding my massage career. You didn't ask for this when you came here to see a Friday Reads video. I hope you don't mind. I apologize. I had no intention of talking about this like this, but it just comes up. Sometimes I wonder if I'm a little bit too confessional in these things. Like, I think I'm on some kind of crazy reality show that's like 80% book talk, you know? But this is the stuff that I think about, and this is what I talk about with some of my friends. So, and you guys are my friends. Even though it's been a little one-sided lately, and I apologize for that, and I feel badly for that. I will get back to being myself, hopefully very shortly. So to wrap it up, since I have to go to work now, I think I will not post my mid-month book bash and Golden Girls readathon combo vlog. And here is why. It's fairly long. I wouldn't have a chance to upload it and post it until Tuesday anyways. Tuesday I would like to post my March TBR since it will already be March. Then I have Friday reads, and then it will be the following Tuesday, which would be the week before the next mid-month book bash. That seems like too much to altogether. Do you know what I mean? Like the samey. I don't know. If I can get my brain together enough to post that on Sunday, maybe I'll try and post that this coming Sunday, but no promises. No promises. So that may be a lost vlog. Sorry, but yeah. All right. I hope you're all doing really well. I look forward to catching up with you guys very, very soon. I hope you're reading something fabulous, staying safe, and I miss you guys, and I will talk to you guys all very soon.